Hey everybody, welcome back to the Couch Channel. And it is your Sunday, which means we go over news, and because it's the first Sunday of the month, we are also going to go over all of the wonderful analytics for the channel, see how we're doing, talk about what's going to be coming up in the next month, and just have a little fun. The first big news that we have is going to be fun for this channel. Tactics Ogre Reborn is a remastered version of Tactics Ogre. Let us cling together. Cleaning together is a very different game. Although now I kind of want an RPG where you run a cleaning crew. You know, it's the time of indie RPGs and strategy games. It could happen. So there was a recent leak, maybe about a week or two ago, from NVIDIA that showed that both Ogre Battle's episode, I believe this is episode 7. Ogre Battle has never released all of their episodes. It's kind of like Star Wars, where they just started at a random point in the timeline that they developed for this saga. And they've never released all of them. And in fact, ever since N64's Person of Lordly Caliber, they haven't really advanced the timeline or gone back or done anything. So the fact that we're finally getting another Ogre Battle game is really happy for me. It's coming to the PS4, the PS5, the Nintendo Switch. It's also coming to Steam. I don't know which of those two I'm going to want to play it on. It would be really fun on my Switch, because then I could just take it on the go. But as of, it's been up, this article by Mr. Ryan Leston here at IGN. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Ryan. It's been updated, but it was released for the SNES in Japan. Then it also got released on the the PlayStation 1. And then there was a remake on the PSP, which was kind of oddly received. We'll talk about that in a second. But finally, they have new HD visuals, not HD 2D, but new visuals. They've re-recorded the soundtrack with a live orchestra. There's a new trailer. It's amazing. And it is set in the Valerian Isles following the death of Dorlagua Obereth, the Dynast king, who brought years of peace. So, basically, this one guy unites the entire land and rules for 50 years. Unfortunately, after 50 years, the faction split into, I believe, the nobility, the middle class, and the lowest class, which is a really small group of people. And you play as Mr. Denim Pavel, a young man caught in the middle of the Civil War as he seeks a path to freedom and justice. Now, of course, this is a strategy RPG from Japan, so you're going to be fighting with knights, wizards, ninjas, and samurai too. Never explains why, it just happens. And you're going to be traveling the lands, doing all kinds of wonderful deeds as you decide. I believe there's 2 or 3 main endings you can get in this game, and then a bunch of side endings depending on who you spare and who lives through the end of the game and whatnot. But 2 or 3 basic endings. And as per Square Enix, we have beautifully remastered graphics, fully voiced cutscenes in Japanese and English. You can decide which of the 2 languages you want. Because, look, the English voice acting, I've heard it in the trailer. It's really good. But sometimes those Japanese VAs just go so hard. It's amazing. A full orchestral re-recording of the game's soundtrack, a redesigned battle system, adjusted level management system, reworked AI, and simplified and improved user interface. So if you've ever wanted to go into Ogre Battle this fall, in November specifically, we are going to have a really fun time. Now, the PSP version, which is what I want to talk about, was called Testament to the Quality of the Original Game. But it's not perfect. There are times when the menus and complexity will get you. And the numerous improvements and refinements are much appreciated. So this is part of what a lot of people are talking about. So one of the things they're talking about is you used to level a class across your entire team and not just individuals. They did that in the PSP remake, but not in the original for the SNES and the PS1. They've gone backwards in that regard, but based on what I'm hearing on the fan sites and forums, this is a good change. And apparently it was really complex and obtuse and hard to use, and people didn't really appreciate it, so that's why they went back. The remastered graphics look pretty good to me. A lot of people are saying, not a lot of people actually, a very small but vocal amount of people are saying that they hope that there's a toggle to go back to the original pixel art. I think this looks pretty good. I don't know why they're saying they don't like it. But that quotes down here also let you know why there's a simplified and improved user interface, just because the adaptation for the PSP had a very complex one. Look, I like menus and training my characters as much as the next nerd, but you don't want to just bury yourself in spreadsheets until you don't even remember that you're killing things with a sword. And then the last part we're going to talk about, the adjusted level management system. That's what I mentioned. I told you guys that they have done away with going class by class. Instead, it's character by character. If you played the Final Fantasy Tactics games, they're saying it's most likely going to work on a similar way to that. You have 2 white mages, but you can choose different skills and subclasses and stuff for each, and they can be very different characters used for very different situations. From what I've seen on screenshots and what little video they have, just gonna mute that for a second as I speak. Although I do kind of want to see the Predator movie, because I'd love to see a Predator movie. The original stuff that they have... Oh, it's on Hulu. Screw that. I'll get that out. You seem to have, like, really massive battles. Actually, that's probably way too loud. So hopefully you guys can hear it, but, you know, it says Steeped in Darkness. Just go fast forward, skip a little, because it's a teaser trailer. There we go.
A man will kill another over a husk of bread if not restrained.
This conflict is larger than us now.
I only want to see an end of death.
Kill me if you wish. You can never kill our spirit.
I mean, it looks... I mean, look at how many characters are on screen right now. Now, one of the things... I love Final Fantasy Tactics. Don't at me in the comments. Here's the thing about it, though. Final Fantasy Tactics had a couple of... I know it's not cool to say. Let's all admit, though. Final Fantasy Tactics, which was made by the same team afterwards that made this game. Because I believe... I can't remember if this is around the time when NX finally sold to Square, and things like Tactics Ogre and Dragon Warrior came over to Square Enix now. Let's be real. There were 2 glaring problems with Final Fantasy Tactics. First of all, I only had about 5 or 6 people on the field at any given time. There was not a lot of motivation to... See, look at how many characters are here. Look at how many characters are in the bottom left here. So I could build like 20 to 24 characters, I think. But I could only ever use a small portion of them. It wasn't really worth my time to do that. The other thing that was a problem was if there were 4 long chapters of Final Fantasy Tactics. I hope they do a remake. It's beautiful and wonderful. But if they do a remake, I really want them to include more characters on the field at once. For one specific reason besides lots of battles. I know it makes battles go longer. But the problem was that they gave you a deep, amazing class system in Final Fantasy Tactics. And then they gave you a bunch of characters with special classes that was so much more powerful than anything you could get. It made no damn sense to ever use a standard class. Now, I believe this game solves that by having maybe a couple of characters with special classes, but for the most part, even the named characters use the class system in the game. So that is the way I think it should be. Because if you go give me 12 to 15 characters with special classes, and their special classes are on par or better than the A and S tier classes within my class system for all my generic ones, I have no motivation to ever use a generic character. I'm not building an army, I'm just building like a dungeon party. And that's fine, you know what? Building 6 to 8 named characters with special classes is fine. But that wasn't what I think Final Fantasy Tactics was going for.
Step forward and meet your fate.
I mean, this looks really good. I've never played Tactics Ogre. I've played the Ogre Battle games, but I've never played this one, and it looks really good to me.
What good are kinsmen who won't lift arms for our cause? They're as good as dead.
Too many died today.
The future of our people depends on it.
There is blood on my hands. How long till it lies on my heart?
Oh no. So, yeah, that is definitely going to appear on the Couch channel in November. It comes out November 11th. Yep. Again, it only says PS4, PS5, and Nintendo Switch here. I've seen countless things on Steam, as well as I could open up Steam right now. Make sure you guys can't see anything that's, no. Hard West 2 is out. Sadly, I don't think I have the time for that one. Yeah, it's already on Steam, too. Let us look at... See, we have these... I think that the sprites look pretty good. Character art looks pretty good. The Holy Knight Lancelot. Interesting. Here is... Look at that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 30 characters right here. Looks like there's at least one more person down on another row. We have people... That dude looks like an inquisitor from the freaking church. There's a knight. There's one of those winged people. There's just a little soldier. Cockatrice, knight. I want to say cleric, archer, wizard, cleric, octopi, wizard, dragon. Don't know what you are, but you look awesome. Valkyrie, dragon knight, or lancer, depending on your translation. Golem, berserker, dark knight, maybe? Little gremlin, archer, griffin, pixie, paladin, I'm going to say, because he's got the shinier armor. Is that a lizard man? Another wizard and gladiator. I'm guessing based on previous games or how they kind of look and such. I've never seen. Also, I want to say something. Two things. First of all, 800 hit points at level 25. Good God Almighty. These people are going to take a beating. I think one of the things that they do for game balance is that everybody starts at 0 MP, and you regen your MP, as the battle goes, to keep you, and that solves the problem in other grid-based strategy games, where the magic users would just nuke people from the heavens instantly on round 2. So that's kind of interesting. There's Heavenly Judgment 2. I don't know what it is, but it looks really pretty. I think that's a Kunoichi. I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to tell. Game looks really pretty, guys. Really amazing. Here's a really great shot of... Yeah, see, this is amazing to me. Maybe somebody in the comments will explain it. At level 1, this is our main character. He has 87 max MP, 355 max HP. I'm getting the feeling it's like that just because they wanted to ensure that you're not getting one shot. This is supposed to be like a big, epic swords and sorcery battle. So I think they're doing it this way because they want you to feel powerful, but they don't want you to get one-shotted all the time. Don't know what... 25, 30, 35, 40. And I guess these are your alignments. Like, usually there's the 4 elements in Holy and Dark. I don't understand. I like that it has a little banner from where each character is, just as a little side touch. 1 of 15. This is your time system. I think you can rewind time a bit, but not, like, infinitely through... Like, if I swing and miss on this guy, I can rewind time and go try to hit this guy. But I think that I will always have the same outcome if I try to hit this guy. So you can't just, like, hard reset over and over and over again until you get the result you want. Plus, that's not fun. I don't know what these mean. Maybe those are the accuracies for melee and range for each of them, but I'm sure somebody can explain it. Here's a lot like the Tactics games, Final Fantasy Tactics and stuff that came after it. You know, you've got your little world map you can walk around. Your union level, not sure what that is. Your campaign, you've been in the game for 203. I don't think there's a hard limit. I think it just lets you know how long the war's going. The day and month, and Goth is the currency in the game. I don't know if 38,000 is a little or a lot. Moving between points in a castle. Interesting. There's one of those scenes from Solana and Denim. Meteor Strike 4. So I wonder if your magic can level up as you use it more. Also, look at that. I don't know what that is. There's a fast forward button to make battles go faster, though. That's interesting. But again, look at the sheer number of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think I see 21 over here. That's not even the full. This game has big, massive battles. I love it. There's a lizard man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people there. And again, it's only a section of the battle. And then finally, God, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's a dozen. There's more than a dozen even on a screen. Well, I'm pretty sure you're not even seeing lots of stuff. So, I am very much going to look forward to this game, you guys. And it's probably going to be on the channel. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm really excited about this game. Wanted to make sure I included it in your weekly non-gameplay video to let you guys know. So make sure to let me know in the comments below. And this is the last news update, and possibly the only news update. I will record these as news comes out over the week, but it is Thursday the 4th, as you can see at the bottom. There may not be any more news. And if there is, you've seen it already. And if not, let's go on to look up the channel's analytics. Thank you so much. Continue, and we'll talk about what's going on. Everybody, welcome back to your last part of your Cow's Opinion for the week, which is the first week of the month, which means we need to talk about all July analytics here on the Cow's channel. We had... Now, you would think that this is bad. We had down on views, down on watch time, down on subscribers. But remember, the Symphony of War demo and first episode were hugely popular last month and have pushed our overall metrics up, so it's okay. I'm not angry or just kicking myself, so there's nothing to worry about. We had about 2,100 times worth of views. As you can see, it and it's like Symphony of War is also pretty popular Let's Play on the channel. And as to be expected, there's dips and peaks, but for the most part, as a Let's Play gets longer. And then Live Alive has got its own audience too. I really like that. As a Let's Play gets longer, fewer people stick with it, but the people who stick with it really enjoy it. We also have our watch times, and again, it peaked really huge at the beginning of the month, and then it maintained pretty well, I'd say. Of course, this is the last one, which is just the... I'm not surprised if the last video of the month did worse because it was on Sunday. It was an opinion video. The Cow's Opinion is, a cow's opinion. It doesn't really matter because everything I say is a moot point. So, it's got a smaller audience, but I think that people are enjoying it. I've noticed that it is growing, so we'll keep doing it. And then we had our subscribers. You had a couple of people leave, and then we had more people come than leave. So, pretty happy about that. Again, to be expected. Some people came for Symphony of War and decided, I don't really want to watch this guy. It's just going to happen. It's not a stack number. We have 357 subscribers or views, and our top content in the last 48 hours is Live Alive and Symphony of War. During this period, the Symphony of War demo and Episode 1, Super Robot was still doing well. And as is Dungeon Beneath, that has not had an update in a long time. I don't know if that game is done or over, but then we had our ending for Kaiju Wars. That was a really fun game. Starship Troopers, which has also ended, and another really fun game. A little frustrating in the last few missions, not going to lie. You could probably hear it if you go down and watch that playlist. Live Alive premiered. I enjoy Live Alive more than words can express. It is literally a remake of some of the golden age of JRPGs, and it is amazing. And we sniff for some dinner right here. And then Live Alive 2, also to be expected. Starship Troopers and Symphony of War. So yeah, glad to see that with the exception of these two for some odd reason, it's all newer stuff, which means that we're finding an audience and we're doing really well about that. That pleases me. We have our content tab right here, our views, our impressions. Again, the impressions are down because we didn't have a massive Symphony of War game premiering this month. Impression maintained pretty well. Click rate. And the average view duration also did very well. Actually got higher as the month went on. And again, the Symphony of War is a long play, so people will be falling down on it and watching more. And then the Cow's opinion video will be... it'll get better. I'm not worried about that. Key moments for audience retention, a bunch of Dungeon Beneath and Lords and Villains. And then surviving the aftermath. Odd, but yeah, it's that kind of thing. Kaiju Wars, Symphony of War, final demo. We're being seen. How viewers find me is good. I'm just confused because I don't know if it's better to have it just like focused from YouTube, or if it's from Browlist, Praise It channel, for a bunch of different places. Or maybe it's just telling you where you're being seen. Here's our top videos. We already saw those. And then there's our Upside Down Pyramid. Again, it's all information you have. Except it is nice to see the watch time. Over 170 hours of watch time. And that makes me feel pretty good. That's probably going to go up. I'm starting to get into longer Let's Play videos so that you guys don't have to worry about just only seeing like 20 minutes and be like, this is great. Oh, it's done. And now I got to wait another day or two for the next one. Our audience. Returning viewers actually up 6%. See? Not all bad news. Unique viewers are down and subscribers are down. But this means that we're finding an audience. Sadly, not enough on these two. I think I'll go to like a heavier thing and see if I have enough analytics for this. Very high number of people who watched the first episode came back. And then, you know, low. I don't know why this is, we're still collecting data. Oh, that's weird. When people are on, large splotches around noon because you usually get a video on noon. Much better watch time for subscribers, but still, half of the watch time is from non-subscribers, which means that way more than half of you are probably not subscribed. No female viewers. That's unfortunate. We skewed really young this past time, but we really hit the gaming thing. You really want to aim for this range. This is the range that YouTube and advertisers really love. Because that is the group of people who have the time, the money, and the desire to do things online. This may change as, you know, gaming populations continue to age, but until it does, we're just doing this. Our unique viewers and our subscribers, again, and then we have our research tab, which we don't really have a lot to do. So what I want to do real quick is, before we get into what is going to happen on the channel, can I do last 90 days, and does that change these? Not enough data still. How about 365? Still no. If these used to, I don't know if these are broken. Oh, we vote so by a number of your viewers who watched these videos in the last 7 days. And these are the last 28 days. So I think my audience is just too small, unfortunately. Well, that's a kick in the testicles right there. Unfortunate. So, if you look down here at the little bar, you will see that my, right next to the calculator, we have this little new untitled project. That is because, as we are filming this video, we are processing and getting ready for the last episodes of Symphony of War. The game is done all the way through. Freaking tastic. Chef's kiss all the way. Loved it. Those Dancing Dragon has a client, a gamer for life in me. I love these guys. They took some really cool risks, both in the story. They simplified how to build that. It was amazing. I would love to see more Symphony of War games because they're just so much fun. And expand on things. I even went to their Discord and told them that, and they said, hey, more's to come. Don't worry. And I could play DLC that continues that timeline, or new timelines, or other places. Whatever you want to do, I could honestly go for another round. So that means that one of the two games that is currently anchoring the channel is going to run out of episodes eventually. I'm not going to tell you how many episodes there are because I don't want to spoil it until you guys see the ending episode uploaded. However, the Live Alive game is still going on strong. As of this recording, we have beaten Prehistory, Imperial China, and we have also beaten. There were some technical difficulties, and I had to re-record some episodes. So I just finished the next the next story arc, which is Twilight of Edo, Japan, this weekend, because you can see at the bottom right of my screen right here, it is April 5th, almost midnight. We are going to, it's my dad's birthday, so my recording time is drastically reduced, but that's okay, because on Saturday, after I get a mattress and box spring delivery, I am going to be able to record some episodes of Live Alive. We'll do the Wild West, at least, I think. I don't know how, I've been told some of them are really short, and I think that I've been going in order of the timeline, and those are just some of the longer ones, so I'm not super worried about them, but it's okay, because I'm having a blast, and it's really fun. If you caught earlier, you know that Tactics Ogre is coming out in November. That is almost a definite play for the cow. It's going to be really fun. I'm going to enjoy it. However, that is in November. This is August, September, October. That's 90 days worth of content we got to find. So there was also, if you saw previous videos, there's a dungeon crawler and a game in the Class of Heroes saga that are both coming out that are possible plays, as well as we're always on the lookout for games. Any games that you guys suggest, I will look into. Symphony of War was literally because somebody, one of the developers on Reddit told me, hey, check this demo out. And I did, and then I joined the Discord, and I'm super happy because Dancing Dragon, you are amazing. But because of that, we have the Symphony of War game, and I'm always up for like surprise stuff. Everything doesn't have to be some AAA, Call of Duty, what's next thing. You know, it's really fun to play these smaller developers and these games that we really love. So, I do want to say the definite thing that's going to be added in a few days is right here. Hopefully I'm not blowing out you guys' eardrums.
What is education?
But 2 Point Campus
Here at
is
2 Point
finally
Campus,
coming out,
we're
you guys.
Not only to pose that question, but also to ask it. Over the past however many years, you, our graduating students, have demonstrated a laser-sharp focus on your studies.
I've been waiting for this game all summer.
As well as loads of
It has finally...
Even outside of academia, our fledgling cheeseball team have shown that, well, in their case, things can only get better. Today, as we unceremoniously, that were a long word, dump you into the outside
But yeah,
world,
it's going to be
we
fun.
truly
Just
do
like we ran a
hope
hospital,
that
we're going to
your
run a college campus.
plausible dreams
There are some major
come true.
differences between the two games.
So go forth
I am looking forward to this.
and
I've been
ask
waiting
the
on it for
important
so long.
questions, like,
I had to watch so many press people get freaking access to this game early and then make either really stupid mistakes because they weren't paying attention or just talk about like their personal politics and their personal... And it's like, man, I'm here to see a preview of a game I really want. I don't care what your personal... I don't care about that stuff. Just show us the game. If I wanted politics, I would have clicked on a political YouTube video.
2 Point Campus, enroll now.
But that is 2 Point Campus. It comes out on August the 9th in 4 short days. So the timing of beating Symphony of War is really great because it's done and we can play another game in its slot. As well as dedicate more time to going through Live Alive. Because there's at least two possible games in September that I'm going to want to play. That Dungeon Crawler and the Class of Heroes game, as I said earlier. So I do want to make sure that I have room for them. And that is it, actually. It's not a very long analytic video, not a very long Cow's Opinion video. But I am, as always, humbled and happy that you guys are having fun here. The comment section is yours. Say whatever you want. I'm sure being YouTube, some of you will be extremely polite. But guys, thank you for, as always. Let's finish out this summer, man. I live in Texas. It's been 100 degrees for God knows how pretty much all of the summer. I can't stand it no more. I think it's finally going to go down to the 90s and only jump up to like 100 instead of this 105, 107 stuff that we've been having. My AC bill was abysmally high. The cow does not make any money off of this. This is for fun and to share things with you at this time. So, yeah, there's no money coming in. Thankful the day job sucks right now if you watched my last week's video on my stress. But it's okay. Things will get better. This too shall pass. But most importantly of all, games are awesome, and you deserve more awesome. So play a game. Have some fun. See you later, and enjoy, you guys. Thank you for watching.